The universe is not what you think it is. And the reason you cannot see that is because every explanation you have ever learned is sitting on top of the only thing you have ever actually experienced. Not atoms, not galaxies, not a brain, not a body moving through time. Just color, sound, sensation, thought, and the undeniable fact that all of it is known. Before you call this a room, what is here? Before you call that shape a body, what is here? Before the thought says, I am a human on earth, what is actually present? Look now. Do not answer from memory. You are not directly experiencing a planet. You are experiencing a field of perception plus a thought that names it Earth. You are not directly experiencing outer space. You are experiencing an image, a concept, or a sentence appearing now. And here's where the entire model begins to crack. You believe consciousness comes from the brain. But have you ever experienced a brain producing consciousness? Or have you experienced pictures of brains, words about neurons, and theories appearing inside consciousness? That distinction sounds small. It is not. Because everything you have ever called physical has only ever appeared as experience. Matter is known as color, texture, pressure, measurement, image, and thought. Atoms are known as models. The universe is known as perception and concept. Even your brain is known as an appearance within awareness. So why assume awareness is produced by one tiny object appearing inside of it? Now the mind will try to escape by saying, science proved it. But science proves relationships between appearances. But correlation does not explain why any physical process should become the felt taste of water, the color blue, the ache of grief, or the shock of being alive. This is the hard problem of consciousness, and here is the uncomfortable part. The problem may look impossible only because the starting assumption is backwards. If you begin with dead matter, consciousness appears miraculous. If you begin with consciousness, matter becomes appearance. Look at the nearest object. Where is it outside color, shape, texture, and thought? Try to find the object behind the appearance. But that answer creates an even bigger problem. If every object appears in awareness, where is the subject who is supposedly standing outside awareness and observing it? Look for the one behind your eyes. Do not imagine, find it. So where is the one having the experience? This is the part most people skip. They say, I am awareness, and stop looking. But that sentence is still a thought. The word awareness is not awareness. The idea, I am consciousness, is not realization. And it's another object appearing in the very field it tries to describe. So look again. Can awareness itself be seen? So perhaps awareness is not another thing inside of reality. Perhaps it is the open condition in which reality appears, and if that is true, the division between me and here and world out there may be created by thought. The thought me appears. The thought world appears. Then consciousness believes a separation. Suddenly, the limitless field seems trapped behind a face looking out at something external. This is not merely a philosophical mistake. It is the structure of suffering. Because once awareness identifies with a body and biography, every threat becomes personal. But where is this me outside the thoughts that keep naming it? Look very carefully. When you think about yourself, what actually appears? You search for the owner and find only possessions. You search for the actor and find only costumes. You search for the thinker and find another thought saying, I am the thinker. This is the crack in the dream, but here's where it gets stranger. Ask why there is something rather than nothing. The mind imagines nothing as blackness or empty space or a void. Look at a chair. It seems solid, but where is the chair apart from color, resistance, shape, and concept? Now compare this to a dream. The dream sky seems distant, yet it is consciousness. The body is consciousness. The city is consciousness. The fear is consciousness. The distance is consciousness. Nothing in the dream needs matter behind it. And now comes the forbidden question. How do you know that this is fundamentally different? You will say, because this world is stable. But stability proves consistency, not physicality. A dream can follow rules. A simulation can remain coherent. A pattern can persist without revealing what it is made of. So strip away the labels that make this field ordinary. Remove Earth. What remains? This. Remove outer space. No galaxies, no Big Bang, no billions of years. What remains? This. Remove biology. No organism, no ape, no nervous system. What remains? This. Remove birth. Have you ever experienced being born, or do you only experience a story, an image, or testimony appearing now? Remove the past. Where is it except for this memory right now? Remove the future. Where is it except as imagination now? Remove every room you're not seeing. Remove every mind you're not experiencing. Remove the entire conceptual universe. What remains? Not nothing, this impossible immediacy. Present without location, known without a knower, appearing without a visible substance. Now the mind will demand an explanation. Science, religion, simulation, God. But every answer is another thought appearing inside of the mystery. So do not answer yet. Look. Where is this happening? What is it made of? Where is the border between awareness and what appears within it? Can you find a place where consciousness ends and the world begins? If you cannot, then what you call world may not be outside awareness at all. The world may be awareness appearing as color, sound, texture, distance, body, and time. This is the doorway to God realization. Not belief in a cosmic person, not worship or theology, but the direct recognition that reality is one conscious field, empty enough to become every form and nowhere enough to contain every place. If awareness had its own fixed color, it cannot reveal all colors. If it had its own shape, it cannot reveal all shapes. If it were inside space, space cannot appear within it. If it were inside time, time cannot be known as an appearance. The phrase infinite consciousness can become another hiding place. The mind turns it into a glowing void and says, I understand. You do not understand until the separate observer cannot be found. Feel your hand, hear sound, notice thoughts, each appears. Now turn towards the knowing itself. Do not picture it, do not name it, do not search for a special sensation. Notice the open fact that experience is present before any explanation arrives. Stay there. The body may begin to feel hollow. The center may loosen. The sense of being behind the eyes may flicker. Fear may appear. The thought, I am disappearing, may appear. But what knows that thought? What notices the fear? What is present before, during, and after the sensation of disappearing? Now the final trap. The seeker wants enlightenment. It wants certainty. The seeker wants to become God. But the seeker is another thought claiming ownership. The one trying to awaken is part of the dream. Enlightenment is not a person discovering infinity, it is infinity discovering that the person was never separate from it. Thoughts remain, the body moves, the world appears, but the imagined owner is exposed as narration. And the catch is brutal. You do not get to keep the illusion of being a separate self and also know what reality is. To recognize God, you must surrender the one thing you have defended in every thought, fear, ambition, and every memory. You.